Denver Broncos front office, stand up and take a bow. You guys have once again pulled off the fleece job of the year on the rest of the NFL. It feels like I've gotten to say that multiple times just within the last few months. But in training camp alone, we saw Courtland Sutton get his deal done last week. And today, Zack Allen signed a 4-year, $102 million contract extension with the Broncos. That's an average annual value of $25.5 million. That puts him in the top 3 of highest paid interior defensive linemen in the NFL, and I still think that's a massive underpay. But before we talk about that further, guys, if you could just do me a massive favor and smash the like button on this video as well as subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. Additionally, if you want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a member today. That would be even more incredible. The link is in the description below. Helps me out in general and helps support the channel. It is not mandatory, but again, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. So let's go ahead and bring in the contracts here for highest paid interior defensive linemen in the NFL. This now puts him at number 3 between Milton Williams and Nnamdi Madubuike, again with an average annual value of $25.5 million. Milton Williams got 26 per year from the New England Patriots this offseason, and when you compare Zack Allen's production and Milton Williams' production, it's not even close. 75 total pressures for Zack Allen last year. First amongst interior defensive linemen, 5th amongst all defensive players, including edge rushers. An 11.74 pressure percentage. 28 non-sack quarterback hits. That's the most by 13 in the NFL. The next best guy was Chris Jones, and he had 15. Absolutely insane. 35 quarterback flushes from the pocket, 11th best amongst interior defensive linemen. An 11.5% pass rush win rate. That is fantastic. Zack Allen was literally the most productive pass rushing defensive lineman last year, and he was really good in run defense as well. Underrated in that category, if I say so myself. He was one of the top run defending interior defensive linemen last year. He's the straw that stirs the entire drink on this Broncos defensive line. Everybody's production would take a dip if Zack Allen weren't out there. He's the one guy on that line that they cannot afford to lose. The Broncos have depth at edge rusher. If Nick Bonito or Jonathan Cooper were to go down, I'd be confident in one of the depth guys stepping up. But there's literally nobody on this roster who can replace what Zack Allen does. JFM's close. JFM's still a really good pass rusher, but he doesn't bring what Zack Allen brings in run defense. That's what separates those two, and that's why I feel like even at $25.5 million a year, Zack Allen's getting underpaid. I would have been more than comfortable giving him more than Milton Williams. I would have given him $30 million a year. And the Broncos are smart because they were able to get ahead of the market. I see a couple of guys in the next offseason that are going to want to dip into the market here, like Vita Vea, maybe DeForest Buckner. Those are some of the top interior defensive linemen in the league. Daron Payne, his contract year's coming up after this season or after next season. So after this season, that's when we're going to start talking contracts. So at the end of the day, this interior defensive line market was about to blow up once again. The Broncos have gotten ahead of the market. That's been the theme of all their contract negotiations. Let's go ahead and bring in this tweet here from Parker Gabriel. The Broncos have done six major extensions in the past 13 months. Quinn Miners, Pat Surtain, Jonathan Cooper, Garrett Bowles, Courtland Sutton, and Zack Allen. All of them are under contract through 2028 or 2029, and the total guarantees are $306 million. Damn near all of these players are underpaid in my opinion. Quinn Miners, the best guard in football, and it's not close. He's the 8th highest paid guard in football. Pat Surtain, best corner, 5th highest paid. Jonathan Cooper, I don't recall off the top of my head what his number is, but he's underpaid. Same thing with Garrett Bowles. Courtland Sutton is the 18th highest paid receiver in the NFL. Underpay. Zack Allen, 3rd highest paid interior defensive lineman. That's the highest of all. Zack Allen is now the highest paid Denver Bronco overall, and that's still an underpay. That's just a product of getting ahead of the market. It's more player friendly, it's more team friendly, and you keep these relationships with guys intact. That's going to get seen when it comes to signing free agents later on, especially when you're trying to get somebody like who's a big ticket guy. If you can say that we have a consistent pattern of loyalty and taking care of guys when they've earned extensions, it goes a long way, man. And it just goes to show how much this Denver Broncos front office has changed over these past few years. I remember in the John Elway days, it was like pulling teeth negotiating contracts. Even with franchise legends like Von Miller and Justin Simmons, it felt like they were alienating them. They weren't trying to maintain good faith negotiations, and ultimately we saw they did get paid, but it just took way too long, and these guys ended up not having as good of relationships with the front office. Zack Allen talked about how much he loves this place, he loves the people in the building, he loves the city, he wanted to be here, and he was willing to maybe take a little bit of a haircut on his deal in order to make that happen. But still, man, the fact that the Broncos have been able to pull off such good contracts over the course of this offseason and last year as well, it's just a testament to the process that they go about things. George Paton has certainly redeemed himself since the Russell Wilson era. And Sean Payton, whatever influence he has on this, I think that it's definitely noticed, and I'm so glad that we have Sean Payton in the building. He's the straw that stirs the drink in terms of this entire team. Zack Allen's the straw that stirs the drink on the D-line. Sean Payton's the straw that stirs the drink as a whole. Alright guys, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed, and let me know in the comment section below, guys, how big of a fleecing do you think this Zack Allen deal was, and do you think that it's going to age better or worse as time goes on? Again, drop those comments down below. And until next time, Broncos country, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.